Hey girl, it's Sierra Michaela here, and welcome to my first YouTube video. I just wanted to come up here and introduce myself because I've been posting shorts. You guys have been seeing my posts on shorts, and a couple of subscribers have come through from that, and I made a couple of posts to just coincide with everything that I'm doing on like IG and a little bit of TikTok. But I am finally ready to start my YouTube journey. Oh my God, this is gonna be so much fun. So the reason why I wanted to start this is because I wanted to be my own personal diary. So a little bit about me. I am a millennial. I'm a millennial girly all day long. Like, you can literally catch me listening to a MySpace playlist in the car, y'all. Like, that's how millennial I am. No, I'm just saying, but for real. I am 35 years old. I'm married with a 4-year-old now. My precious, sweet, wonderful toddler. No, I'm just playing. She's super sweet. She just says no. But I started this entrepreneurial journey like in 2017. I had been making skincare for so long. I think like literally back in the days when I was in high school, and we only literally had like coconut oil and things like that for our hair, for our skin, and little did we know it was literally drying this shit out of our skin. But we didn't know that back then. It was just like, why are we so ashy? There wasn't a lot of products, for black women. And I don't just make products just for black women, but this is just my experience that as a black woman, I just never found anything that was moisturizing, and I'm literally borderline eczema dry skin. So but never had any flare-ups. It's just that I've always been so ashy. So anyway, it started back then, and we started formulating with mango, shea, coconut oil, things like that. And I used to experiment. We used to experiment with our natural hair, like putting butters in our hair. Just back in those days when there wasn't a lot of information on the internet to tell us what to do. Everything was just like water-based lotion. Literally, that Palmer's cocoa butter that be drying your skin out. That's what we was using. The Queen Helena's, y'all know, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, but it was just then where I found my love for mixing products and like literally being curious about how those things work. So I remember, like, fast forward, like I was in my like early 20s, and I remember my mom putting together this like Mother's Day cookout, and it was so much fun. And we literally had I made everybody like the strawberry sugar scrub that I found on Pinterest, and it was literally like sugars, oils, and I literally had like beat the strawberries, meshed them up and put them in there, and girl, it smelled so good. And I was like, yeah, we could experiment on our bodies and our face. And I think I was doing something, obviously no preservatives, no anything like that, no knowledge, but it was the fact that I was trying and I was doing things. And even though having no prior knowledge of these things, I still tried and I still put stuff out there. So fast forward to 2017, I was working a corporate job, and basically they just it didn't work out because it was a company called Michaela & Co. that I started, and it was supposed to be like herbal, medicinal, things like that. I wanted to go that route. I'm just like a healer and just curious about what we can do for our skin by nature. And I just got caught up in the corporate world. That was my first corporate job. Think about it, like I'm 24, 25, somewhere around that time frame, and I just gave up on it. Like the stresses of work, like people's doubts, like, comedy, it just wasn't, I don't think I was strong enough then to like maintain a business. And I really don't know why, and I'm not going to beat myself up over it, because divine timing is what I believe in. So we're fast forward. We are Glitz and Cosmix today, and I'm saying we because I'm about to have me a team, y'all. Okay. I created this brand because, first of all, let's talk about COVID. That was some BS. So even in a time where we were consuming so much stuff like skincare and all of these things, like skincare, body care routines, just paying for any and everything because we were bored in the house. I was literally going through one of the worst times of my life. Like, so I got pregnant, first baby girl with my husband, and we were devastated. And not even 3, 4 months later, I was pregnant again and didn't really deal with like the grief of losing a child. So it was just very hard, and I fell into this like deep like rut. On top of that, my mom was halfway, like literally across the ocean, living in Germany at the time, battling breast cancer by herself. I couldn't go over there to help her. And by the time that I was able to go ahead and help her, I couldn't travel. And even though there was still a travel ban and we were getting that worked out, by the time I could, like, I'm like, what, 7.5, 8 months pregnant. I can't go over there, help her out with her surgery, and then come back to have to deliver. So it was tough, but I'm so glad that one of her best friends was there with her. But I did get to see her later on when she was cancer free and she's in remission. So a couple months later, that helped out, and she didn't get to see baby girl now, who's 4, until she was what, 6 months, 5, 6 months. So it was tough not having a mom, not having a dad. My dad was overseas too. And it was a time. And so I'm assuming that, I don't know if this was called postpartum blues, postpartum issues, postpartum depression, but I was eating everything. It just felt like a lack of support everywhere. Nobody was understanding me, what I was going through. I literally had holes and whatever else, just ashiness and acne and stuff everywhere. And I just literally it would be like I'd take a shower and just didn't give a damn what happened afterwards, like as long as I showered. So whatever you want to call that, never was really diagnosed. I was given pills, but I never took them. And I'm honestly thinking, like, why didn't I? Maybe that would have helped, but who knows? I don't want to go and dig in the past, obviously, and try to figure that out, because I've done so much work to maintain the happiness, and still doing it today. So I'm so happy that I can actually share that with you guys. And the reason why I started Glitz Cosmix, because it literally, what I love to do is this, and it brought me back to life. And I just wanted to make this channel because crafting, or just being a maker, being a creator, is just where I thrive. And to set this on this business on basically, like, because it started off with just like being, okay, I'm gonna make this an affirmations brand, because also during the pandemic everybody was doing affirmations and things like that, but that was something that I was already working on, because I had no choice for my sanity to get in a journal and to meditate and get right, so that I could be okay for my baby who was in my belly, and my mother who was dealing with the stuff that she was dealing with, and of course basically the feelings of living in isolation. So and everybody was doing that, so I was like, I've always wanted a brand where I can create feel good cosmetics, put a love note on there, like reminding people how loved they are, to love themselves. And honestly, I just started coming up with all of these names and all of these like a mood based brand, and started building this brand because I forgot what it was like to feel like some of these things. So like, for instance, like, I have a scent, it's flued out, like, it smells like vacation, mango, coconuts, like bamboo, a little bit of greenery and sea, like, it's just like, but it reminds me of how much I needed a freaking vacation, especially through all the stuff, and we had all those travel bans, and it was just ridiculous. And so then I was just like, okay, well, what are the other feelings that I used to feel that I love, that I need to invoke? And I was like, okay, I need something that's going to wake me up, help me motivate, get out of bed. I need something that's going to help me sleep, because I'm not sleeping lately, and not just because of the baby, but it's because my anxiety was through the roof. Like, it was just a time. And so it was a rough patch in life. And so basically, not saying that we don't go through stuff every day, but the point is that I made it through, and this brand reminds me every single day of how resilient I am and how beautiful I am, the courage that I have to keep going. And then I wanted to share that with everyone else, like, and everybody deserves that. I wanted this channel to focus on entrepreneurship, wellness, skincare, just a little bit of fitness, just a little bit, and a little bit of motherhood. I still want to maintain my individuality on here because I don't have another creative outlet to go to. I am somebody else outside of being somebody's mama, and I stand on that. Even though I love my precious little girl, I am me and she is she. So that's that. As a creator, as far as products and in the skincare industry, there are a couple, but there are a lot of and creators that I love to follow. I love to watch their content, but I've just noticed that they are like more Gen Z, a little bit younger. So, and it's just like, wow, that is great. I love that for them, and I absolutely love their content. It's just that I don't know, maybe YouTube is a place where people want to hear from somebody like me, like, and I mean just like a millennial, somebody that has some other, I don't know, anything to bring to the table, some type of knowledge. I don't know, but what I am here to tell you is that I don't regret the decision to begin again, and I do not regret the decision to start later on in life. I started this company at 32. We are 3 years old as of February 22nd. Today is what, the 27th? I'm filming this video on the 27th, and we are officially 3 years old, and I cannot believe how far I've come in the fact that I am making my dreams come true at this age, because there is no age limit on dreams, on anything that you could do. I could decide to shut this down today and do something else, and I'm still going to be successful. So, you know, that's just how I feel about it. But I just really would love to see a lot more skincare or beauty industry creators on YouTube, specifically the body butter makers. Where y'all at? Don't see a huge platform for body care makers in the understanding and knowledge of what we put in our bodies and what we put in our skin. And to be clear, I never strayed away so much from the holistic side, because I'm not saying that, I guess when you talk about holistic, you're talking about a little bit more herby and things like that. I never really truly strayed away. Like, at the end of the day, my products are natural. They just have fragrance, but I'm making sure that my fragrance doesn't have any parabens and things like that. They're vegan, cruelty free. So I do a lot of stuff to make sure that it's an ethical brand. It's just not the direction that it was before, and I'm okay with that, because this is more fun, relaxed. I get to be who I want to be, and on this camera, I was so afraid, and it just feels so natural. I don't know how I'm gonna come up with one video a week. I'm gonna do some studio vlogs. I have 2 videos, including this one, which is the introductory. I have the one that's coming up about how we did a pop-up on our actual anniversary, 3-year anniversary at Anthropology. That was nothing but the universe, but that'll be in the next video. And then I have, well, probably the 3rd video I release, and then the next one is going to be a office cleanup, because right now this girl is tidy, but honey, she was a hot mess. And I didn't know how I was going to get through it, but I know I had to get through it because I could not think. So I'm thinking that hopefully I will be able to get through at least 1 video a week. I always say, like, my life's not that interesting, but maybe you guys want to see what I do on a daily. Like, so I don't know. This channel is new. I don't know what direction it's going. Well, I know what direction it's going in. And I know what videos I'm gonna post. But if I can always ask for suggestions. I don't know if it's too early to be asking for. I don't know if it's too early to be asking for suggestions right now. But any suggestions? Just saying. All have gotten a fit for my personality. If you have, please like and subscribe and follow. And this is gonna be fun. Like, I can't believe I'm building a community, y'all. What? Oh my God. Girl that I used to be before marriage, before motherhood, before anything, y'all. She would be so proud. So, yeah. I love this for me. All right, y'all. But I will upload, hopefully I will upload once a week, and I will see you in the next video.